So now that we're done with that, arrow again, set it up. And now we're going to move on to different regressions. So if you go up to the top bar, go up to regression. First we're going to do a linear regression. So click on that. Give it a sec. There we go. Alright, so for our dependent variable, we're going to choose percent tolerance. Method we can keep the same as enter. Let's see. Our covariates should, for this one, we're going to have as pH here. So we have that set up for our table. Now we go down to model. Both of these now display our covariates. It should be on both sides. Click on down to statistics. Estimates and model fit should be checked as they are right now. So that's good. Method specification. We have the p-value set here with the 0.05 that shows that we still have our 95% confidence interval, so that's as it should be. Removal 0.1. And then finally we're going to check on plots. So currently nothing is checked, but for this we're going to check partial plots and then check our 95% confidence interval, so that's kept in. So as you can see, that's created a new plot here that shows our relation between the residuals of tolerance and pH. So you see as the pH starts to increase, the amount of tolerance seems to go down. Or lower pH, you find more insects. That have higher tolerance. Meanwhile, with slightly higher, more seem to fall to being not having as high of a tolerance. They seem to be comfortable there. So yeah, that is our linear regression. So we can put that to the side. And for our last regression, we're going to go with a correlation. Alright, so for this one, we're going to need quite a few different variables. So just for simplicity's sake, we're just going to use the first 10 here that we have. If it goes a bit out of order, don't feel too bad about that. As long as they're in there, you should be good. Unless you want it to look a certain way. But besides that, it's not going to set it off too much if you just kind of shove them in there. Okay. And for so we have, so now that we have our variables in, we can do our sample correlation coefficient, which should be checked as is Pearson R. The additional options here, report significance, that's correct. Alternative hypothesis should be correlated, it's good. And for our plots, we're going to check scatter plots. And we're gonna then check statistics, so we can check on that now. So there's our data set. We have here. Here we should have our correlation plot. They take a sec to load because it's loading a lot of different stats at the moment. So if it appears like this, as you see on the screen, don't be too worried. The computer's just trying to work through a lot. As you can see right here, now it's loaded. So we have quite a few charts here. Varying amounts of data. Since this is mostly going on just whether there was an individual there or not, this one's gonna have a lot of 1s, 2s, maybe going into higher numbers. It may look different for you, but as long as you have this set up, you're doing it right. Let's see. Then we're gonna look into options. Under missing out, it was exclude cases pairwise. That's good. All right. So with that done, click right here. So we have our R values, and we have our charts. So that's what we done for today. And obviously, last step, you gotta save it to your computer. So documents. Let's just save it as something simple, something you remember. So bug data Jasp, and then you can sign your name there. So, you can save it as what you like. Alright, and saves the data set. Alright, and then you're good. So those are some simple things you could do in Jasp. Later on, I'm going to show you some more advanced things that you can do in the Jasp program, but for now, I'll leave you with that. Make sure to rewind the video in case there were any parts that you missed, and I'll try and explain more of this later. No, it seems a bit confusing, but trust me, if I can figure this out, anyone can. All right, see you later.